When the power goes out and the water stops flowing, the safest thing you can do is get out of your bathroom. Because within hours, the one room that used to keep your family clean can quietly turn into the most dangerous space in your entire home. Think about what your bathroom actually is. A room built on the assumption that waste disappears. Every flush, every shower, every hand wash is based on one invisible promise: that water will always carry germs away from your living space. The second that water stops, that promise breaks. Your toilet, your drains, even that innocent-looking floor around your tub stop being tools for hygiene and start becoming storage tanks for every microbe your family has washed off their bodies for months. We normally take that for granted because modern plumbing is insanely reliable. Hidden pipes, gravity, and pumps whisk away sewage and gray water before you ever see what's really in it. But the moment a power outage hits your area hard enough to knock out water treatment plants, lift stations, or well pumps, all that flow stops. Wastewater just sits in the lines. Sewage pumps stop pushing, gravity drains slow or reverse, and the bathroom that used to be your cleanest room starts climbing the list of biohazard zones in your house. Here's where it gets nasty. Toilets aren't just porcelain chairs. They're open vents to the sewer system. When the system is working, you don't notice. When it's not, they become the easiest path for sewage and gas to come back in. If there's a backup in the main line or a pump station down the street loses power, the path of least resistance can literally be back up through your toilet bowl or shower drain. That's not just dirty water. It's a mix full of bacteria, viruses, parasites, and chemical residues that were supposed to be diluted and treated miles away, not decorating your bathroom floor. And even if nothing visibly backs up at first, the danger isn't gone. Every time you flush a contaminated toilet in normal times, thousands of microscopic droplets explode into the air in what scientists call toilet plume. Those droplets can carry pathogens like norovirus or C. diff and settle on toothbrushes, hand towels, light switches. Every touch point in that tiny room. In a crisis, when water is out, cleaning is limited, and more people are sick, that plume becomes far more dangerous. You're creating an aerosol of illness in the smallest, least ventilated room in your house. Now layer on the biggest invisible shift. Hand washing breaks down. When taps go dry or you're rationing water, people start cutting corners. They just this once skip soap, or they don't wash after using the toilet because the bucket in the kitchen is for drinking, not hands. That just this once is exactly how outbreaks start. Experts have seen over and over that when water access drops, after disasters, during system failures, or in communities with poor infrastructure, cases of diarrhea, skin infections, and eye infections spike hard. Your bathroom becomes the starting line for those diseases because it's where you handle the highest concentration of germs with the least margin for error. In the first few hours, everything looks normal. Your toilet still has water in the tank, the bowl is full, and your drains smell fine. But behind the scenes, the sewage pumps further down the line have stopped. Wastewater from dozens or hundreds of homes is no longer being pushed toward treatment. Instead, it's filling pipes, basements, and low points. If you live downhill or have a basement bathroom, you're now in the danger zone for backflow. Raw sewage being forced back toward your fixtures because there's nowhere else for it to go. As people keep flushing and running water, because nobody told them not to, the system gets overwhelmed. That's when you start seeing toilets bubbling, gurgling, or slowly filling with brownish water. Showers and tubs that were dry start to seep from the drain. At this stage, your bathroom isn't just unsanitary, it's potentially toxic. Sewage isn't just about germs. It can carry gases like methane and hydrogen sulfide. At high enough concentrations in a small, closed space, those gases can cause headaches, dizziness, or worse. So, what do you actually do when your safest room becomes a trap? Step 1 is counterintuitive. Stop using it the way you normally do. When the power goes out and you know water service might be unreliable, you want to immediately shift your mental model from flush and forget to contain and control. That means use the toilet seat. not the flush handle. If water or sewage pumps are compromised, every flush risks pulling contaminated water up from the sewer or pushing your own waste into pipes that can't carry it away. Instead, keep the lid closed and treat the bowl like a sealed container you'll deal with later, not a magic hole to somewhere else. Switch to an emergency toilet setup as early as you can. Preppers talk about this a lot, but it's surprisingly simple. A bucket, a tight-fitting trash bag, some absorbent material like sawdust, kitty litter, or even shredded paper, and a way to tie off and store the bags until they can be disposed of safely. You can buy snap-on toilet seats made for buckets, or improvise with what you have. The key is separating waste from your normal plumbing system as soon as possible. That breaks the chain between your home and a backing-up sewer line. If you're in a house with a basement bathroom, treat that lower-level toilet and shower as no-go zones in an extended outage. Those fixtures are below the main sewer line and are the first place backflow will show up. Keep the doors shut, physically tape a sign on them if you have to, and move all toilet use to the highest bathroom in the house if you're still flushing at all. In some setups, you can even plug or cap drains and toilets to reduce the risk of sewage forcing its way in. And then there's hand hygiene. This is the hidden superpower that keeps your bathroom from turning into a disease engine. You don't need a running tap, you need a system. That can be as simple as a bucket with a spigot, a jug with a small hole punched near the lid, or a camping hand-washing station. Here's where your bathroom layout works against you. Everything is crammed into a tight space. The toilet, the sink, toothbrushes, towels, shower curtain, they're all within splash distance. In normal times, that's just convenient. In a crisis, it means contamination can spread instantly. If you keep using the bathroom, be intentional about what stays there. Move toothbrushes, razors, and anything you put in your mouth out to the kitchen or bedroom. Keep only what you absolutely need in the bathroom so you have fewer surfaces to clean and fewer things that can get contaminated by aerosol or splashes. Ventilation matters more than you think. In many homes, bathrooms are interior rooms with tiny fans that are useless without power. That means any gases, droplets, or odors hang in the air far longer than they would in a larger, better ventilated room. If it's safe to do so, cracking a window and keeping the door closed can create at least some passive airflow, diluting whatever is lingering. Another overlooked detail: what you do with gray water. The not quite clean water from washing dishes, hands, or even sponge baths. When your plumbing system is compromised, dumping gray water down a sink or tub drain can add pressure to already overloaded pipes. In some emergency situations, authorities explicitly tell people not to drain water into sewers because it can cause flooding and sewage backups into homes. That's the part nobody thinks about. Your bathtub can become a sewer inlet if enough people keep sending water into a system that's not moving. Instead, think outside in, not inside out. If you must dispose of gray water and officials say it's safe, use outdoor areas away from wells, foundations, and where kids or pets play. Don't pour it down basement drains or lower-level fixtures that could be connected to failing pumps. It's not ideal, but it's better than forcing wastewater back into the exact room you're trying to keep safe. Here's the bigger picture nobody likes to talk about. Globally, the exact scenario we're describing: toilets that don't flush, water that doesn't run, people improvising with buckets and open pits, is what life looks like every day for billions of people. And the results are brutal. Diarrhea, cholera, and other sanitation-linked diseases kill huge numbers of children every year. Strip away the tiles and chrome, and the biology is identical. Your bathroom without water is their daily reality. The only difference is how ready you are to handle it. So let's flip this from doom to preparation. If you know that a power outage or disaster can turn your bathroom into a hazardous zone within a day, you can plan around it. Store at least some water specifically labeled for sanitation, not just drinking. Even a few extra jugs give you enough margin to flush sparingly at first, or to wash hands properly in the critical first 24 hours. Keep a simple emergency toilet kit in a closet. Heavy-duty trash bags, a bucket, a snap-on seat, cheap kitty litter or sawdust, disposable gloves, and a roll of duct tape. That's under the cost of a few takeout meals, but can save you from making desperate choices later. Teach your family a simple rule. When the power and water go, the bathroom rules change. That's your trigger phrase. It means no automatic flushing, no long stays in the bathroom, hand washing at the emergency station, and safe waste containment. Talk about it now, calmly, before you ever need it, so that when the lights flicker and the pump goes silent, everyone knows the drill instead of panicking. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. In most disasters, the first wave of victims isn't people trapped under collapsed buildings or hit by flying debris. It's people who survive the initial event but get sick days later from filthy water, failed toilets, and poor sanitation. The danger creeps in quietly, one shortcut at a time, often starting in the room you've always trusted to keep you clean. So if you take nothing else from this video, take this. Your bathroom is safe only as long as water moves and waste leaves. The moment that stops, you need to treat that room with the same respect you'd give a lab full of pathogens. Limit time inside. Stop flushing blindly. Switch to containment. Wash your hands like your life depends on it. Because in a prolonged outage, it might. The title of this video wasn't exaggerating. The one room that becomes a death trap when the power goes out is the one you're sitting in every morning, scrolling your phone, without a second thought. Now that you understand why, you have a chance to turn it back into a safe room, even when the systems around you fail. If you found this eye-opening, don't just click away and forget it. Hit like so more people see this, subscribe for more practical survival-minded breakdowns like this one, and in the comments tell me honestly, if the power and water went out tonight, what would your bathroom plan actually be? And what's the first change you're going to make after watching this?